More than 48,000 residents in Tana River County have been displaced by floods. The region, the most affected out of the 33 counties battered by the rains. Locals in the marooned villages along the Tana Delta forced to spend the nights in boats owing to the dire situation. Area Governor Dadogudana taking issue with how the national government has responded to the situation.
It took the national government few days to get 3.5 billion for Corona. It is taking them ages to get 4 billion for the deployment of basic infrastructure.
But according to Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa, help is on the way.
We know where the dams need to be built. We know that there have been challenges with dams like the High Grand Falls that would actually control most of the waters that go into the Tana River. We know of the Galana Dam that needs to be constructed. So we must work with the counties and all Kenyans of goodwill to ensure that these dams are eventually constructed. And we're not just lamenting, we are already moving.
In Baringo, we meet with Grace Lekupe, a flood victim in Ngambo, Baringo South. Lekupe opted for charcoal business after her farm was flooded. Unfortunately, the business too is not so promising.
Watoto nilihamisha, nikachukua marigat, nikaacha watoto wawili tu ya kukaa na mimi hapa hivi.
She is among more than 600 people who were recently flushed out by the floods. The government says 29 people died in 1 week alone from the floods.
As of midnight last night, the total number of lives lost have risen from 256 to 285. And also the number of people affected has risen to 810,655.
To ease the suffering faced by Kenyans, beginning next month, the government will restore infrastructure damaged by raging floods, and those affected by the rains will continue receiving relief assistance. To help restore normalcy, the government says it has set aside 3 billion shillings to mitigate the effects of floods in the country.
That should be one to mitigate on the impact of deforestation, climate change, and provision of water to the ASAL areas, flood control.
The Kenya Meteorological Department is predicting that this month marks the end of the seasonal rains over most parts of the country. Lake Victoria Basin, the highlands west of Rift Valley, the central and south Rift Valley and the coastal strip will, however, continue to receive moderate rains into June.
Currently, the soil moisture is quite high. The river levels are quite high. And so we are likely to experience occasional mudslides.
With the reduction of rainfall in the country, the government is committing to up its game before the next rainy season in October, a relief that would save properties and lives. Focus now shifts on how much time and money the government will spend in completing the scheduled projects. Irene Mchuma Odim, Channel 1 at the Kenya Meteorological Department in the county of Nairobi.